Hello everyone, my name is mandilynn. I'm the author of the young adult novel Essence and historical fantasy novel I Am Mercy. Today we're going to be talking about the mistakes every writer makes. So if you're a newbie writer, start taking notes so you don't make the same mistakes I did. If you're a seasoned pro, then we're just going to go down memory lane and look at all the mistakes that you've made in your past. And even if you are a seasoned pro, there's always room for improvement, so maybe you're still making these mistakes. Who knows? We're gonna find out. So the first mistake is not editing enough. So we all get a little lazy sometimes, and you finish draft 1 and you feel like that's gonna be the hardest part. So you're like, oh good, the hardest part is done. But then you move on to editing and you realize editing is really hard as well. Editing, you have to do a little more thinking because you're going from just getting words on paper to actually creating a quality story that makes sense and has drive. My first novel, Essence, went through 10 drafts, and let me tell you, it was not because I liked editing, it's because it needed that many drafts in order to be good. When I finished the first draft of Essence, I actually submitted it to a publishing contest. I thought I was a shoo-in. I thought I was gonna publish my novel, I would be amazing, I would never have to go to college, because this was way before I went to college. And you know what happened? I got rejected within the first month, and it was supposed to take 3 months to hear back as to whether you went through the next round or not. And so I got rejected really fast, and there was a good reason. The first draft of Essence was really bad because I didn't even edit it. I wasn't even finished writing the story yet. The moral of the story is no matter how much you hate editing, you need to do it. Don't get lazy. If you're reading a scene and you know that something needs to be fixed, don't just tell yourself, it's okay. Just fix it. Save yourself time and agony and just fix it. Next mistake is writing cliches. I'll admit, cliches are fun to write. Who doesn't like a cute romantic story? Kissing in the rain, that's really fun to write and super romantic, but as a reader, it doesn't go over well. Readers like to read something different. They don't want to be able to predict an ending or what's gonna happen next, and that is what happens when you write a cliche. Cliches are cliches for a reason. They've been there, done that. To avoid writing a cliche, just think outside the box. If you feel like you're writing something that's been written before, just think to yourself, how can I really screw this up and mix it up? And just do whatever you can to, if you feel like it's anything close to a cliche, ruin the scene, add tension, add issues, cause a fight, anything to get away from that cliche. Next up we have commas. Commas, I still hate commas. I have a awful issue with commas. I don't like them. I mean, they're great in writing if you use them correctly. I just still to this day cannot figure out commas. And this is why you always hire an editor. So here's what I learned in life. Depending on what writing style you use, APA versus AP versus MLA versus Chicago, each of them uses commas slightly differently. And what I mean by that is that the difference between comma uses in each of those styles is so slight, it's just enough to drive you insane. And maybe this doesn't apply to you guys, but I write in AP style at work, so when I come home and write in my normal novel writing style, it can be a little confusing because I'm switching back and forth between styles. The easiest way to solve this problem is to purchase and read this little book. Here we have The Elements of Style by William Shrunk Jr. and E.B. White. It's little, you can see, that's a little book. And it's not a fun read. It's not even, I would say, an easy read because it's just grammar rules and it's really boring, but it's absolutely necessary as a writer to have this in your toolbox because it will tell you all the grammar rules that you need to know to write a novel. Last but not least, we have the mistake of abandoning your draft. I hear this one all too often, and every time I hear about a writer who abandoned a draft of their novel, I get really sad because I always ask myself, well, what if they kept pushing? What if they finished the draft and it ended up being their best best one yet, and it's the one that got them like the publishing deal and all that. So I always think just push forward. You know, I'm guilty of this myself. I always abandon my novels when I'm like halfway through writing them. It's happened with every single novel so far, including my third novel, which I'm still working on. So I'll end up writing like I get like halfway through, and then like either I lose inspiration or things in life just get really busy and I'm forced to abandon it. But then I end up picking it up again, which is great to pick it up again, but it's also bad because, you know, you forgot where you left off. So now instead of just writing where you left off, you have to start all over again. You have to read through everything you've written, and then you have to write from there. So my solution is to not abandon it. Just push yourself forward, push through the lack of inspiration, push through the writer's block, push through whatever is giving you the contemplation that you should give up, and just keep writing. At least finish the first draft. I don't care if you don't do anything with it afterwards, but at least please just finish the first draft. You'll thank me later for it, I promise. Anyways, that's it for today's video. If you would like to write more in 2018, I have a 2018 writing calendar that you can download for free by subscribing to my blog. A link will be down below. It will help you write 20,000 words a month, and yeah, who doesn't want to write 20,000 words a month? And that's all I have for you guys today, so let me know if you have any video requests in the comments down below. Hit the subscribe button and the like button, and thank you for watching.